I have two packages. These are the two packages that I need to finish the town hall. The only problem is, in order to do them, I have to retrieve the town hall, which does mean climbing on the tables, which always feels a little bit precarious. Welcome back to the Brick Prize Draws studio, by the way. We're about to test how effective Mills plates are as I try and pull this very heavy modular out one-handed, and that's why we build on Mills plates, boys and girls. Edit this bit out, it's not very graceful watching me get off the table. So yeah, if you've missed the original build video of me putting my town hall together, it is actually a rebrickable of an updated version of the town hall. It's not an original Lego set. It's Lego, it was all bought off of Pick-a-Brick, but some of the bits didn't arrive. As you can see, the top is a little bit unfinished. So, job one today, these two packages should have everything we need to finish that. And then when that is finished, we then have all of these pieces that came last time for us to crack on with the roads. And then I genuinely think by the end of this video, I should be in a position to commit to the next video being our first tour of this version of the Lego City, because we should have every building that's in here finished, all the detailing, so roads, walls, rail, etc. All the detailing we can do at this point will be done, and I'll be ready to properly give you the tour. But first, let's get this town hall finished, for goodness sake. Of course, part one of that job is finding the instructions, because they're somewhere on my laptop. There wasn't actually that much to do. I did have to do a little bit of disassembly, but it's all gone together very nicely, and it is now finally done. And it is finished, finally. And doesn't it look cool? So we've even put the tile in that we needed there. We've got the little the light in there as well, and we've finished the tower. We've sorted all the detail out around these areas. We even, because this was another area where inexplicably we had pieces missing, but we can now actually open up the little skylights as well, because they're actually hinged on properly now. And we've got the little maintenance shaft for the lift that can go all the way up and lock in on any of the floors. But yeah, it just looks very, very cool. Over 2 months since I started. Never again. We buy sets now, and now I have to climb to put it back in. Watch me drop it now. I mean, think of the views I'd get on TikTok if after 2 months of putting together a set and then talking about it, people would just think it was fake. I'm going to try not to drop it, but climbing whilst holding it is a lot harder. How did I get it down? I think I climbed first, didn't I? Our next Lego City, and I am thinking in terms of the next one, even though it's years away, I think we need to be able to access it from all sides. It's not ever going to be a thing we can do in this one because of the space constraints that we've got. But being able to walk a set like this round and just put it back in from the back, goodness me, that would be a lot easier than having to climb on everything and get it in the way I have to do it now. But I'm not going to remove tables, that's mad. But there we have it, our finished town hall. And now we've got the proper tower on it. It does actually look noticeably taller than a lot of the other buildings it's nearby. It's almost as tall as like the Daily Bugle. It's mad. And I think it does confirm in my mind what I was talking about a little bit when we first put it in. It can't be next to the fire station. Having the two bell towers, different designs, different bells next to each other doesn't really work. So one of them has got to move. I don't know which one and I don't know where, and it probably won't be before this first tour that we're now working towards, but long term that arrangement is not staying. But my job now, pretty much for the rest of today, is sorting out all this detailing around the curbs. Job number one, we get all of the curbs in, we try and get all the white lines in, and then if we get to the point where that's done and we still have some time left, we then need to start going around and sorting out all of these bits where you've got the original curb from the modular that kind of cuts off halfway through the pavement. You can see it over here as well. And we need to fix all of those and make it look like the modulars are actually properly integrated into the roads. So that's a big job all the way around the city. You can see we've done it in a couple of places. And we've got it done on the Jazz Club as well. That's the effect we're looking for. What we've got there on the Jazz Club is what we want from everything. And we're also going to pop some of the plates out and replace them with jumper plates. So similar to what we've got there. So we can actually start posing some minifigures as well. We don't just want wide open, empty pavements. I realise the pavements are very wide, but that's because we've got plans for stuff to go on them. Things like the little corner kiosk that came with Tudor Corner. Once you've got a pavement that wide, especially on the corner modulars, you do start to have the potential to maybe include something like that on a street corner, potentially even there in front of Tudor Corner is somewhere where it could go. But yeah, lots and lots of fiddling to do. So let's talk more fiddle. This first job is one that is over a year in the making. I mean, I know I've not had this version of the Lego City anywhere near a year, or even the previous one. This goes all the way back to version 1 in our old house in the little spare bedroom, where even there, as much as I had road plates in, I never got all of these white lines in because they are quite parts intensive and I just never had the right parts. But that recent pick a brick order changed all of that. And now we finally have all of our white lines in. Progress report. I think I've got all my white lines in. What I mean, obviously all these white lines that run down the edge of the plate, because when you make these road plates, they're not quite thick enough to fill a complete plate, so you have to add those little bits in on the side. And I think top and bottom, all the way along, all the way around, I think we now have those in. There are a couple of areas where we need to tweak the detail on them, which that very much goes into the same category as those kerbs. We'll worry about tweaking the detail when we've got the bulk of the stuff in. Detail comes later. I'm not going to start redoing things until everything's been done for the first time. It does show, once again, my inability to actually work out the amount of pieces that I need. Means that the other day we ended up with not enough 1x2 grey brick to do another wall. Today we've got absolutely loads of this all left over that at the moment we don't need. I mean, obviously long term there will be more roads that go in the city. There'll be roads over there, there'll be roads down here, so they will get used eventually. We just didn't necessarily need them now. But the next job is with this big sack, or couple of big sacks of 2x2 that we've got. We're just going to start filling in all of these exposed plates that currently make up the kerbs. I'm not messing around with the detailing yet. Like I say, we're going to get everything done before things start getting redone. I don't seem to have ordered any more dark bluish grey plate either, which is what we need over here. So we might just fill that in with we've got a lot of the 2x4s, so we might just use them to fill those gaps in, just so that we can get the tiles up there as well. Although, to be honest, I don't have any concept of how far that bag is going to go. It might be that we just fill this bottom layer in anyway, but either way, I'm going to spend as long as it takes laying 2x2 dark bluish grey tiles down. We'll see where we get to. And it took me no more than a couple of minutes to realise I wasn't going to be able to take as long as it takes, because that position that you can see me standing in there, that is the position that still makes my back ache after a little while. I'm ever so slightly, you can see, ever so slightly bending forward, and it just puts pressure on my lower back in a way that just, after not very long at all, really starts to ache. So in addition to parts being a problem and never having enough parts to do this, I think this job in general is one that is going to have to just be done a little and often. I think I probably managed it for maybe an hour, but probably pushed it a good 15-20 minutes than maybe I should have done, mainly because I was waiting until Anna was ready to be picked up from where she was. But yeah, I am aching now as I edit this. Oh, I tell you what, folks, that is a job that simultaneously takes forever and really hurts my back, because it's just a slight leaning forward, which is the one thing I'm still struggling with a little bit with my ongoing back issues, but it does look good. I completely ignored my own plan and did the detailing as I went on the bits that I've done. So you can see that we've got all of the pavement in along here, which is going to look really good once we have the walls in as well. And we've also moved the kerbs on all of these and sorted the pavement. I mean, some of them are temporary fixes where we've got some weird arrangements. We haven't got any of the jumper plates in yet. They're definitely things that are going to be added in at a later date. Like I say, get a version in and then worry about improving it after that is basically the plan. I've got to here and I've basically kind of run out of time and kind of pushed my back as far as I want to push it. So we still have a lot to do. We've got the other half of this top area and then all of that. I would say we're about halfway through our bag of tiles. So I think the bag that we've got is probably going to be good to maybe get us all the way around as far as Sanctum Sanctorum. And then we'll probably need another 1,000 to get the rest of it done, which, similar to with the walls, can be a pick a brick order for a later date. But it looks on first inspection like we've not done a lot today and not made a lot of progress, but getting all these white lines filled in is a major thing that has needed doing for ages. So that's been a big difference. Getting the town hall done is a big difference. And I think we are slowly but surely getting closer to this being a city that I'm not a little bit embarrassed to show on the internet. I think it's looking pretty cool. So I think we'll call it a day there. And hopefully next time we're in here, it'll be me giving you a tour. And then the time after that, it'll be me adding some new buildings over here. Because obviously we've got Diagon Alley, we've got the Krusty Burger, we've got all sorts of other bits that I'm probably forgetting. The Sherlock Holmes corner modular, which actually I'm thinking might end up here because this isn't really a corner and it doesn't really fit in. So we might end up putting the Sherlock corner modular just there. But lots to be getting on with. I do think it is looking better and better every time I come, which is definitely progress. And certainly when you look at it from that angle, it is quite impressive. And will be even more so when we get these last little bits of exposed stud out the way. But I'm pretty happy. I'm also very sweaty. It gets very hot in here. I might have to look into getting a fan in here. But for now, if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for loads more Lego City content. By the way, thank you very much to the Patreons. I know I'm supposed to do this on every video. I keep forgetting, but it is there and I do appreciate you. And look at you all. Lovely, lovely people. So thank you very much to all of you. Genuinely couldn't be doing this without you. And thank you very much for watching.